What's good? What's good? Oh, God, I was bald. I'm not bald. Does this look bald to you? Don't answer that. Not a flashbang. No, no, no. It's growing in very nicely, very quickly, actually. Extremely quickly. So I wouldn't even call it, I think bald is just the wrong word. Maisie says One Punch Man core. This is not One Punch Man because One Punch Man is bald. I do 100 sit-ups a day though, of course. One Punch Man. Let me just. Okay, one sec. Now tell me this. Be honest with me here. Be honest with me here. Okay, come on. Not even close. Literally not even close, bro. There's not even similar. You can't even find. There's not even a fucking. Not even close. I'm balder. Are you twins? One Punch Man plus a few years. Okay. Thank you, Maisie. Thanks for dropping by. Appreciate it. Love the art. Love the art. Big fan. How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? Goldman Scraps. That's a good username. Thank you for the 8 months. Napoleon G59. Thank you for the 23. Walmart Lex Friedman. So insulting. So insulting on so many levels. Thank you very much. Luminescentillion. I hate your username. Pretty tough. Says, love the hair, Big A. Wow. Love your username, actually. Thank you for the 5 months. Very kind comment. Let's get more of that. Love that. Fake message. And he do be grooving in chat says, Atrioc, you look absolutely stunning today. Huge fan of the hair. Everyone who says otherwise is a liar and a charlatan. Thank you. He do be chat. Thank you very much. Very kind. Very nice. Null Space says, damn, that hair looking good. Looking damn gorgeous. Thank you very much for that, Null Space. I very much appreciate that. Fire says, hair? More like care, because that's how much I love what you've got upstairs. He's doing a bit of a rhyme thing there. Appreciate that. That's very kind. Lot of great messages today. Comb your hair through those luscious Rapunzel locks, Big A. All right, fuck off. Fuck off. All right. The blue in your shirt is really bringing out the shine in your forehead. How would that possibly? Even if my forehead is shining, it's probably because of the lights. It's not blue in the shirt isn't doing that. That doesn't. Do you guys just sit here and think of these before I go live? You have the fucking the notepad and you're ripping papers out and crumpling it up, tossing it in the trash can. No, it's got to be. There's something with bald, right? Something with bald. You got a whiteboard with 100 things crossed out. Yeah, wow. And crazy that you do all that work and you come up with the same jokes every single time. That's crazy. Let me see. I get to know. The lights are a little bright, actually. What else am I supposed to do at work? Well, I would assume your job, unless you're being paid to do this somehow. Unless you have some sort of billionaire benefactor who's putting a lot of money into you writing bald jokes about me. Big flannel guy, huh? No, not a big flannel guy. Just a normal, not a flannel. Just a regular amount that I wear occasionally. Certainly not dominant part of my... Mr. Moo, thank you for the 33 months. I'm sorry. Agent 48, you're calling me. Not bad. Agent 48, you know, it's kind of like I'm one up from Agent 47. Where's Lloyd? The Lloyd costume, I'll check on the status of it right now. Like I said, these Lloyd outfits are in high demand. High demand, bro. You just can't, Lloyd. You can't jump into them. Delivered today. Wait, what? It says delivered today, but I certainly haven't seen it. So, it'll definitely have to be a tomorrow thing. This is that Winter's Cold AI Drake song that came out that's going to cause like 4 million lawsuits, I'm assuming. Did you give your thoughts on the Popcorners X Breaking Bad ad that blatantly ripped off the social? No, I didn't, but I'm going to, but not today. Yeah, it's called Drake's Plan by God. Tucker Carlson tonight. I'll talk about it a little bit. Actually, I don't even think I have it in wins and fails. I can just talk about it in general. It's pretty out of nowhere, out of left field, out of the blue. Yeah, I didn't put it in wins and fails. So if you guys don't know, Tucker Carlson, probably the single most watched talking head media personality. I think he gets 3 million viewers a night on Fox News. Basically, a lot of the white nationalist power hour for old people is sort of his like fucking shtick. Got abruptly fired last night to knowledge of no nobody at Fox. He had no idea. His last show, he said he'll be back Monday. He's not going to be back Monday. And his team had no idea. And no one at Fox had any idea. It was apparently a last-minute decision by the CEO and the head of Fox Production. I don't know why. Nobody knows exactly why. They haven't revealed it. Layoffs hitting everybody. His job got taken by AI, dude. They're going to do fucking racist GPT. Just fucking output it on screen. No, I have no fucking idea. The Dominion lawsuit, yeah, it's associated with that possibly, but there's no direct connection. And again, the no statement has been revealed. This is super abrupt. People are celebrating. But I think, you know, I don't want to tamper expectations here. Even if you hate Tucker Carlson, this is doing zero damage to him at all. He's going to make $1 gazillion and go somewhere else. Hasn't really cut off anything for him. The real thing to be watching is like that Fox News is actually, struggling to find its footing in an environment where its diehard fan base has found even more hardcore stuff online. So they're going to that. It's sort of losing its relevance even among the far right. Tucker going to Kick. Yeah, like OAN and stuff. Yeah, it's more, if you're smoking any pack, it's the Fox News pack. Tucker Carlson is probably going to make $1 gazillion going somewhere else. Do you think he will run for president? Bro, listen, I'm not going to talk about this in the show, in the Marketing Monday, but I'm so supremely disappointed that it's looking like a very odds-on favorite. We're going to have Biden v. Trump again. What the fuck? We got 300 million people in this country, and we're going to have Biden and Trump again? The fucking rematch? When they're older? It's like two of the oldest presidents ever, head to head for the second time. Oh, come on, dude. Salty run back. Dude, everything you're saying is funny. It's funny, but it's also cosmically sad. It's also like, fuck, we gotta have some fucking better candidates. What is this? Biden is the dumbest choice the Democrats can run. What if they ran you, Ludsey? What if the DNC runs my mod Ludsey versus Trump? Would you guys vote? Would you get out and vote for Ludsey? I'd vote Trump. The Never Ludsey coalition fucking explodes. I appreciate Ludsey's work ethic. Yeah, no, you guys are right. Would anyone lose to Trump at this point? Can't the Dems just have a money run? Bro, Trump won in 2016. It's not crazy that he could win again. Plus, I am putting the odds on a recession, like a deep one. We're already basically in one, but layoffs are getting to the point where unemployment's going to start actually materially rising, and everyone's going to be pissed off, and that's going to happen right around the fucking elections. So it's going to be like the worst environment for an incumbent president, a bad economy. So, you know, my fucking dream would be that Biden doesn't pressure Jerome Powell to try and lower interest rates again and fucking panic, and they actually fucking tame inflation by entering a recession, and then Joe Biden steps down. Like, he just doesn't run. That would be so gangster. God, I wish he would do that. He's so fucking old. He's not gonna do it. He's gonna fucking run, and we're gonna have it's just gonna be chaotic. It's gonna be the most fucking chaotic goddamn. You think the recession is gonna be in late 2024? No, I actually think it's gonna. I mean, layoff. It's already happening, right? Layoffs are expanding everywhere, but like, I think it starts to really feel material pain second half of this year, and that's when they panic and start going back to the old playbook of stimulus and cutting interest rates, and then we're gonna get inflation back, surging back, and it'd be chaos in 24. Is sort of what it's looking like right now. Did you see FRC earnings? Pretty crazy stuff. No, what happened? RC. Oh yeah, I did. Sorry, I talk about it. I did. Another ticker. Yeah, I talk about First Republic Bank. Yeah, it's in my notes. Yeah, it sucks for them. There's a real chance whoever wins the next election will die in office. Okay, morbid. That's morbid. I don't think that is huge unless you're threatening. Secret Service, please. Can we get a fucking tail on this guy? They are old. But, you know, Trump has his diet of 24/7 McDonald's. He's going to be healthy, obviously. And Biden, you know, crashes his bicycle only once a week. So there's no chance that leads to injuries. They're all good. They're both, they're spry, you know? Hey, Atrioc, serious question. What was it like growing up and trying to progress your career as a Kiwi human? This is a Kiwi, is what you're saying? it was not any more difficult than other humans, okay? This wasn't a big impediment because, again, this is recent due to a bet that I lost about Hitman. God, I forgot you were bald and I got scared. Scared? This is not, I just cut my hair, dude. It's just not scary. It's literally just shorter hair. Holy fuck. It's crazy because you guys call me bald all the time before I cut my hair. And now that I'm actually closer to it, you should put a warning in the title. Okay. I've never been so frightened of a man's Norwood scale. Do I have to put on a hat? Do I need a fucking hat to do the Marketing Monday today? This is crazy. I think it looks good. You know what? I think it looks good. That's what I think. I think it looks good. People in person have been very complimentary. It's got a intensity to it. You're not a hitman. Well, we'll see. Wait, what? Are you gonna get a barcode tattoo? That was the plan. Right here, just temporary. I think that'd be sick. Jim Cramer would believe on Atrioc every time. That's a huge insult. He's like wrong about everything. Yo, Big Ed, have you ever thought about shaving your head? I don't even read that one. Sometimes I read them and I don't. It just pops. Excellent question. Marketing Monday on actual Monday. What happened to the old Atrioc? It just wins and fails. I haven't finished the Super Bowl thing. I'll probably do it for next week, but wins and fails. Some good ones today. And then I think we're going to bring back Shark Tank. I want to watch an episode of Shark Tank from a season we haven't done yet. I think it'd be fun. So that's sort of what I was thinking today. Oh, also I want to watch there's a new last week tonight about crypto, and I wanted to watch that. I think that'd be fun. So we'll probably do that. Probably watch this, then the crypto, and then I think that'd be a fucking wham bam. Big A, are you gonna take Tucker Carlson's position at Fox? No. If you want me to, I'm not going to take Tucker Carlson's position at Fox. The haircut was not part of my plan to get, or I do, you know what? I do look like I could rock a truck month ad though. You know what's funny? People are mentioning Don Lemon. I have no fucking idea about Don Lemon. I know he's been fired from CNN. I don't know anything about him. I don't know. It's just such a, I know Tucker just because he's the biggest media personality. He has the most viewers. So it's like, understand him. I don't know anything about Don Lemon. I don't know, like, I mean, CNN was already kind of like fucking dying, bro. Like, you got fired from CNN. That's like getting fired from fucking, I don't know. What is a company that's getting completely owned right now? Like, Clubhouse. We got fired from Mixer, bro. He got fired from Mixer. Oh no, what's he gonna do? I don't know who he is. From Meta's VR department. Oh, you guys are good. Fill these in. It's like CNN Plus. We talked about it on the HBO episode, but like they spent $100 million on it and it had less viewers than like Summit, dude. You know, as a whole, like nightly. So I don't like. It's just not. Summit's goated. Yeah, I'm just saying he's one person who doesn't have $100 million team. Big, I have a question. Have you answered YouTube videos? Probably we'll have our first YouTube video this week. Yeah. I believe Eric Sinchi, one of our goated editors, has finished one of the vids, and we are gonna try and upload it this week. So feel good about that. It's a Ninjago season 1 review. Yeah, I've decided I'm going to bring the channel back, but it's going to pivot to be entirely Ninjago content. Basically, you know, analyzing the lore, the different characters, a lot of like 30 to 40 minute think pieces, deeply analyzing just Ninjago theory, fan theories, interviews with the creators. Yeah, it's going to be like those Marvel analysis channels, but basically 100% Ninjago. Why not an hour? So in this universe, I have completely pivoted to the Ninjago content you want. And your first question is, why don't I do more? Even in my fake example, you instantly got acclimated to me doing that and then decided you wanted to push it farther. That's chat in a fucking nutshell, dude. Fun Diggle, think of the 2 months. Fearless Frank, think of the 8 months. Sauron God, think of the 2 months. Simon Nation, think of the 17. Junior, think of the 12. Agara, think of the 15. Chop and Waddle with the 2. Sea-Doo Berry with the 3. Wishon with the 15. Thank you very much. Cousin 404 with the 19. The nice message. Thank you very much. Jordan with the 18. Drops with a 28. Thank you for the 28. And Atrioc pivoting to Lego Star Wars TV series is really an ambitious move. Yeah, well, you gotta know your demo. You missed my 41 month. Kerouac with the 41. Thank you very much. 19 from Dan. Aleph with 3. Justin fell with 18. Hey, Big A, can't believe it's already been 18 months of balloons popping fun with you. Pod popping. I played balloons for 2 weeks on this stream, and you have been subbed for 18 months. So you probably would have realized in that 18 months that it's not just balloons content. Best 2 weeks of his life. Big A, help. My mom thinks AI is the product of Satan. If you ask China, it is. Talk about that today. Did you hear about the BTD7 leaks? Lying, but I'm still going to Google it. BTD7. Wait, what? You fucking... Dude, I thought it was. It's this. It says BTD7 leaked footage. And it's this video. Graphics are insane. Yeah, it's just 5 minutes long. You get it. All right. Well, thanks for wasting my time with that. Appreciate it. Thank you. Hey, Atrioc. What's this? Atrioc, hope you're doing well. Need a photo of your office. Yep. I haven't done it yet, but glad I can finally tune in to see my favorite SSBM Zero to Hero Legends stream. That's your first chat message. Zero to Hero was literally like 8 or 9 years ago now. It was a show that got like 200 viewers where Tafikins taught me how to play Melee. Thank you for showing up. You got here just in time. Conversion rate insane. Big A, is that a rolly on your wrist? No, it's not a rolly. No, it's not. It's not ice, bro. It's not ice. It's not. No, not a rolly. It's not a Daytona. It's not a paddock. Paddock on my wrist doing front flips. When's the Lloyd cosplay coming in? Tomorrow. Tomorrow. When I will be debuting the Lloyd cosplay. I am quite sure I will not be able to wear it. Big A with the iced out roly-poly. Not no mega. It's a fucking Grand Seiko, all right? You will be able to put it on right now. Are you trying to do fucking Jedi mind trick on me? If you can't wear it, you can save it for your future child. Yeah, I can't wait to pass down my fucking slightly worn Lego Ninjago Lloyd costume to my kid. It's gonna feel like no, that's not the watch, but I'll pass down the fucking costume. A tear in my eye, dude. It's gonna be such an emotional moment. Just like my dad did. Someone said appreciating asset. Yes, sir. Instead of getting you treasury bonds, I'm going to get you fucking Lego Ninjago outfit. Appreciating asset, dude. You can live off that. That's generational wealth. That builds up over time. I mean, that's just built-in cash flow. Hey, Atrioc, I'm at the Lakers-Grizzlies game right now, but I'm here to spam me poggies. Dude, watch the fucking game. Put the phone down. Dude, seriously. You can catch the VOD, bro. Literally, it's like the Lakers game 5 going for the fucking semis. You do not need to fucking have the phone out sparing me pocket. All right, but speaking of that, you probably should get ready because we're going to jump into Marketing Monday wins and fails here in exactly 30 seconds. Let me just get water. Actually, never mind. I'll do it while we're playing the song. So, if you don't mind, tonight in one voice, take your phones out since you're all at sporting events or funerals or bar mitzvahs or giving a speech on stage or whatever you're doing. Take your phone out, type in me poggies, and tag yourself in the Marketing Monday intro because we're going into wins and fails right now. Welcome to Marketing Monday on Monday, April 24th, 2023. We're literally living in the future. This is a section of the show called Wins and Fails. We discuss all of the wins and fails in the last week of marketing and business, starting with a couple easy dubs. I have decided we're going to open every show with some easy dubs to ease us into it. And there was no easier dub in the world of business than a new fashion icon appearing on the screen, on the scene. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you, no further commentary needed, the first gigantic dub of the season, Jeff Bezos at Coachella. The butterfly drip, bro. He's got the Vin Diesel Fast and the Furious 1 look. He's iced out. He's got the distressed jeans. Jeff Bezos hanging out with Kris Jenner. Freeze warning in effect. Freshly bought. Now, I spent a while looking and I could not find that exact shirt on Amazon. This is as close as I could get. So Jeff, what the hell, man? This is I'll counter that win with a fail. If you're gonna look so nice, give us the way to buy it, dude. I want to buy the same drip. That's the only reason Amazon exists. Don't buy custom shit. Be a man of the people. Someone found it. Oh, really? So I'll give him a W, and I open with the W because he's kind of the only billionaire getting a W this week because he's pretty much retired from Amazon and seems to be using his money just to party like he's 30 years younger. I guess the best you could do if you're the third richest man on earth instead of helping people, but we'll take it. I guess he's not actively hurting. On the other hand, billionaires that are still in the mix and still actively causing a ruckus, let's give a fail to Mark Zuckerberg, who has no relief words for his employees as he fires another 4,000 of them. This is like the third or fourth round of layoffs from Mark Zuckerberg, largely due to his own insistence that the entire company pivot to the metaverse just a year ago, which has been a disastrous, spectacular failure. He, at the same time, is drastically increasing his own spending on personal security and private jet flights. So he increased his private jet tab by 700,000, his private security by what, 2.3 million, something like that, and continued to lay off his own employees. But he's got a plan. Okay, the meta pivot didn't work out, so his new obsession is AI. And there's consideration, it's just rumors right now, probably jokes, probably speculation, that they could change their name again. After only changing their name to Meta not fucking 1 year ago, they could find a new name to focus on their new focus of AI, because the metaverse has been almost completely abandoned internally. They have completely given up on it after spending tons of money. Facebook with an AI. That's amazing. But Zuckerberg is back in action. All right, he's focused, and again, AI is a better and safer bet, at least it seems from a business perspective, than the metaverse. And he is he's hungry. You know what I'm saying? Mark Zuckerberg is hungry again. And one of the hallmarks of Mark Zuckerberg's career is killing other social media companies. And I think he has started to taste blood yet again, because in this past week, Mark Zuckerberg and team at Instagram have basically begun to kill Linktree. If you guys aren't aware, Linktree is a company that allows you to put a link in a bio that links to more links. I'm surprised that is a fucking company, let alone a company worth $1.7 billion. But it is. Sorry. Yeah, here it is. In the past week, Instagram now offers you can multiple URLs and user profiles, which is basically means instantly that Linktree is dead. That's insane. This company was valued at 1.7 billion for being a link to more links, but it was, and now almost instantly it's gone. Not sure how they will handle people use it on TikTok. Yeah, I mean, again, it's still going to exist, but this is already the beginning of the end, it feels like, because if this works for Instagram, other companies will copy it. It's not very difficult to do. So it does feel like they do get to sell the company in time. Yeah, no, they didn't, didn't they? I don't believe they cashed out. Valuation is high, but they haven't sold. Anyway, yeah, they have multiple links in bio. So yeah, he's basically coming for Linktree. We'll see if that has any impact on them over there. They fired back, obviously. You know that Linktree is not going to go down without a fight. And they posted this. Wait. They found that Meta still had a Linktree, which is cool. That's the cool thing to be basically their last post before they die. But they did get them. I think that's kind of based. I think if you're a company who basically got tons of money for being a link to other links and you get one last fucking dig, that's kind of hype. That's kind of a good way to go. End on a roast. I'll give them a dub. That's a last laugh situation. but does feel like their lofty valuation is in short order going to be cut down, as Instagram was probably one of their biggest platforms. Continuing along the intrepid world of wins and fails, let's see what else we got. There's I'm starting with all wins. I forgot. Big win, insane win. You know who's the biggest winner of all? See, Jeff Bezos and Mark Zuckerberg might have more money than God, but the real winner of this past week is God himself, because apparently religion is back in a major way among young people. Shockingly, for the first time in a long time, there has been a rise in the number of 18 to 25-year-olds who say they believe in a higher power. You guys are praising. This article theorizes that it's a response to, the pandemic, turbulent economic times, disassociation from social media, et cetera, et cetera. But for whatever reason, when I looked into it, it seems like it's a lot due to TikTok. Just there's more religious inclusion on TikTok, because if you look at the actual numbers, and let me see if I can pull up the graph that I was taking a look at. Look at the actual numbers here on Pew Research. You'll find that among basically all groups, attendance at actual churches is down. People aren't going to physical churches anymore, but people are believing more than they used to. So a larger part of it seems to be they're finding online spaces where it's comfortable to believe, and they're doing it from the comfort of their own home. They're not actually going to churches, which is interesting. So in response, because 18 to 25 is right my target, and that's like the key demographic of my channel and my YouTube, I've decided I have to pivot into this new knowledge. I'm starting to open the store again to sell not Enron hats, but Enron crucifixes, okay? A tasteful way to respect both business and the Lord, right here on Marketing Monday, okay? This is available for you for the low price of $89.99 a month for 16 months. Is there a necklace version? No. Put that on a chain, I'd pay. All right, well, we'll see. Yes, so that's what we're seeing in the world of religion. Also, another big win. No, this is an actual win, okay? I know I joke sometimes. Let's give an actual win here. Iowa. The Iowa Senate passed a huge child labor law. Awesome. Awesome. Huge. Big W. You might be asking, is it for or against child labor? And that's where the win stops. Because the Iowa Senate in this past week passed a child labor law before dawn that allows 14-year-olds to work 6-hour night shifts, 15-year-olds to work on assembly lines, and 16-year-olds to serve alcohol at bars and restaurants. Woo! Awesome way for the youth to earn a little extra pay. Move to Iowa, and the children yearn for the mine. They yearn for the assembly lines. They yearn for the drinking. And only Iowa is based enough to allow them that right, to get them back to work. Why do you think they play Minecraft? The children yearn for the bars. Yes, this is awesome. So congrats to Iowa for passing that law. I also want to give a W. This is actually, wait, this one's not really a joke W. I thought it was kind of funny. NBA player D'Angelo Russell is sponsored by a drink company called Coco 5. During a recent press conference, basically quadrupled down. I just got, this is a win for loyalty. You know what I'm saying? For brand loyalty. Because the clip speaks for itself. What?
That drink.
Wow.
No.
My part.
No.
I'm gonna have to find me. Look, Coco 5. Take it.
Okay.
She basically told him he couldn't have the drink because it's not a partner of the NBA. He said, you're going to have to find me. Coco 5, Coco 5.
D'Angelo, what did you make of the first quarter, holding them to 9 points?
And then it cuts to the end.
Thanks, Steve.
Cool. Coco 5.
You gonna leave it? You gonna leave it?
See my bottle in my
Come here.
See my bottle.
See my box. And it became a little mini viral moment, got big on Reddit and Twitter, and they got basically quite a bit of extra promotion out of it just because he fucking tripled down against the rules. And it reminded me of, so I just saw the movie Air, which, you know, it was definitely made for me because it is a 2-hour-long film about middle-aged guys who work in marketing, sitting in boardrooms talking about marketing ideas. Michael Jordan isn't even in it. But it was good. I liked it. But the only thing that I took from the movie that I didn't already know was the pretty cool marketing campaign idea that was actually real back in the 80s, where they the NBA wouldn't allow the Air Jordans on the field or on the court because they had to have like 50% white. The shoes couldn't be black and red. It wasn't allowed. So they just did it anyway, and Nike paid the fine. And that was actually pretty sick. Apparently, it got tons of press coverage. He ended up on, let me see if I have the quote. Yeah, here, you can see it.
Michael, is this the shoe?
The only video I could find of this had fucking the Sigma music behind it, but
Michael, is this the shoe? Now, of course, we can't show what kind of shoe this is.
Yeah, that's okay. The color stands for.
But is this the shoe that the NBA wouldn't let you wear? Now, why wouldn't they let you wear it? Just because it's ugly, I guess, for starters.
Hey, I agree with you. They are ugly.
Now, wait a minute. Didn't you help design these?
It's the shoe, not the color.
Oh, not the color.
Everything to do with
Okay, so, but what's wrong with the coloring? What rule do we violate here?
Well, it doesn't have any white in it.
Yeah. Well, neither does the NBA.
But yeah, basically they wouldn't allow him to wear the shoe. They paid $5,000 fines every single time he stepped on the court. But Nike did it anyway, and it ended up being like a huge marketing win. So this kind of reminds me as a throwback to that. I thought it was interesting. It was the first like part of the movie that was like interesting to me as a marketer that I hadn't already known. Air is okay. A lot of things were changed. Yeah, the movie actually changed a lot of reality. Especially if you ever watched the movie, just know that the character that Jason Bateman plays did almost all of the actual work. And the character that Matt Damon plays was not the hero. I mean, he was fine. He helped. But like Ben Affleck didn't actually work for Nike. I don't think you understand how actors work. I don't think you understand the concept of playing characters. Did you watch Air because you thought Air was short for no hair? Wins and fails. Hey, here's another win. Here's another win. I finally found a way for us to come together and stop Nintendo. That's me. Okay, that's me putting in the work. You guys know Nintendo's been acting an absolute menace lately. They've been a menace. They fined a guy for 20% of his lifetime salary. They are taking down YouTubers' content like Point Crow. They are being backwards and irresponsible with regards to esports like Smash Bros. They know what they're doing. I figured it out, okay? Because yesterday, Shigeru Miyamoto announced that there is no doubt there will now be more Nintendo movies because of how unfathomably successful the Mario Brothers movie was. It is nearing $1 billion already in global box office. Here's what we do. We bury them in money. All we have to do is keep watching and buying every single thing they do so much that they get overwhelmed by the amount of money. $1 billion coming in quick, that stacks up to the moon, dude. We're gonna literally bury their whole fucking headquarters in dollar bills, coins, and cash, and they won't even be able to get out. They're gonna be begging us to stop. So we have to go see the Zelda movie. We have to go see the Star Fox movie. We gotta see the Donkey Kong movie, dude. We gotta see all of these movies, and eventually we will show them that we mean business. That's what they get when they mess with us. They're gonna be so tired of how much money they're making. Yes, exactly. No, I'm with the stance against Nintendo, but I'm also like supremely aware. It's like, for example, the sort of quote unquote boycott on the Harry Potter game was remarkably ineffective. So it seems that any sort of stance against Nintendo is completely ineffective because they are swimming in money. They are swimming in money. Nintendo's having an amazing year thus far with the theme park and with the movie. They're crushing it. So I'll tell you, it's not a good year so far. Wait, I'm sure it's banks. Yeah, I'll tell you, it's not having a good year so far. Is banks. As I mentioned on a previous Marketing Monday, the banking crisis, while it seems to have slowed, is still moving in slow motion. First Republic Bank lost $100 billion in deposits during the recent panic, and its earnings report today was scary. Their stock has slid an additional 20%, I think, after already being down 90%. They are way down. And again, it's all because people pulling their money out to put it into more productive uses. Right now, banks cannot offer you high interest on your deposits, but other places can, specifically government bonds, high interest savings accounts, or even the new kid on the block, Apple. If you're an Apple user, you can go and get 4.5% on your money right now. And so all of these banks, and America has a ton of fucking banks, are all in a slow motion crisis. The government has stepped in. They've guaranteed implicitly almost every bank, and they've allowed a bunch of loans to all these small banks. But it still seems like people aren't going to keep their money there. And this is starting to become a problem because banks like First Republic have taken out large loans to stay afloat. And they pay between 3% and 4.9% on these loans, like the loans from the government. So if you're a bank and you are taking out loans and have to pay 3% interest on these loans, then you can't be offering even more than that. So they can only survive by offering less. And if they offer less, nobody stays there. So it's a real problem for all banks that is playing out again in slow motion. But I do not think we've seen the last of banking crises. I think more bank failures are to come. But there was only one failure in this past week that I really want to talk about. Let's flash back to a video I made in January where I said the following. Bed Bath & Beyond. Now, a lot of you are part of the meme stock craze group. Bed Bath & Beyond in the past day has been surging as retail investors buy in. A company that is surely headed to zero. This is a failing, dying retailer. In fact, this is a great slide from some of their investors who were so furious at management that said the CEO was getting best-in-class pay for worst-in-class So, this was the headline, by the way, on the day this video made. Bed Bath & Beyond stock surges as retail investors buy in. This is the headline today. Bed Bath & Beyond plans to liquidate inventory and go out of business. Bed Bath & Beyond is officially bankrupt as of today. R.I.P. Bozo. Buy the dip. And it is just the beginning of companies that are not able to survive in a high interest rate environment going to absolute zero. Now, this was a big point of chaos for one particular group. People with Bed Bath & Beyond coupons. There is a mad rush for everyone who has any Bed Bath & Beyond coupon hiding in a drawer or under a bed to get their last bit of savings before this company goes completely under. And so they are rushing out to the stores. And in fact, it's funny because this article talks about this surprising surge in love among the customers. I really love this store. I'm upset. I'm going to miss it. I'm waiting for a miracle. But as they mentioned, there's all this altruism for the brand all of a sudden. It's like, okay, but you weren't shopping there. You've been shopping on Amazon like the rest of us. And it's fucking true, okay? This company has been dying, no one's been using it, and no matter what you pretend to like about it now, there's a reason it's dead, bro. But, as I mentioned in the predictions video, I still firmly believe it is not even close to the last company that'll be going completely bankrupt this year. But it is by far the most likely to do it first because it is completely mismanaged. R.I.P. Click starring Adam Sandler. Yes, the last great branded integration for Bed Bath & Beyond. It was goated for pillow testing before you buy it on Amazon. Was it goated for that? You would go to a Bed Bath & Beyond to test pillows out? I feel like you could buy a pillow, bro. You could take it fixed your computer, or are you just in general? Who dat? Have you been going to Bed Bath & Beyond thinking it's Best Buy and trying to get computer help? Because that's its own kind of a make. That's the beyond part. I guess that counts. That qualifies in beyond. Speaking of beyond, let's go beyond just the West here for a second and talk about what's happening in Asia. Not with a section called What's Up Beijing just yet, because I want to talk about what's going on in Japan. Two major stories coming out of Japan this week. Number one, you guys know Japan's old as shit, right? Are we all, this is Konnichiwa Japan. That's the section. You guys know Japan is old as shit and getting older. You know Japan doesn't have that many kids. They have a very high elderly population. Big demographic problems. But what's interesting is, despite the fact that we all think of Japan as like the worst of the worst when it comes to this, they've actually not turned it around, but made it slightly less bad than everyone else in their region. Japan gets a W because it now has the highest fertility rate in Eastern Asia. They literally have more children being born than China, Taiwan, Singapore, and South Korea. That's not a good thing because it's still declining. That just means everyone is doing poorly. There is a demographic crisis happening all over. Doesn't say much, but they are officially having a few more kids than everyone around them. Basically a massive crisis just across all of these countries, and parts of Europe as well. Fuck them kids. Elon Musk will solve it. I mean, it's such a narrow margin that it probably was Elon Musk visiting Japan that put it over the edge. I can't imagine. It's not something to be happy about. It's just slightly better. Now, on the other side, Japan has a major event happening this week, and I'm hoping I can find it. So, if you guys don't know, when I visited Japan, Ari basically dictated all of our events because she's been to Japan. She knew what was fun, where to go. We had fun temples and things to do. There was only one thing that I wanted to do when I was in Japan. Which was go and visit. This is real. I wanted to go and visit the Japanese central bank, which is just this building. You can't even really go inside it, but we did do it. We did do it. I actually have I wish I had the picture. I'll have to show you remind me for next time. But I did drag Ari to this building. We went to the Japanese Central Bank and we went to a currency museum next door where we saw the history of Japanese currency. By the way, it was extremely funny because if you go into that currency museum, and I went through the entire thing, looked at every exhibit, it basically paints a picture of like 10 different times in the history of Japan, all the way back since like gold coins, feudal era, where they basically have a currency, it gets inflated to shit and totally collapses and they start over again. It's happened like 10 times. Like with gold coins, they kept making them thinner and thinner and thinner until the whole fucking currency collapsed. Then they had paper money that was backed by like different gangs, and that started to get inflated. And then literally it's happened over and over again. And guess what? It's happening right now as we speak. Japan is announcing, or has already announced, but is appointing a brand new Bank of Japan chief, Ueda. Yeah, here it is. Okay, let me sorry, give me 1 second. Yeah, here it is. Here it is. This guy. They got a new central banker. This is like our Jerome Powell in the United States. He has just been appointed. He looks very young and spry. Kazuo Ueda has just taken over as the head of the Bank of Japan, and he is taking over from Kuroda, who was the guy who's had it for the past like 10, 20 years. And that guy did basically the biggest experiment in money printing ever for any government of all time, including America. The previous central banker has been printing money like fucking crazy, massive deficit, Japanese government pumping up stocks, pumping up bonds, yield curve control, basically doing everything. So this guy, all eyes are on him. If he's going to keep the same policy, is he going to keep printing money, or is he going to try and change it to stop what has been rising inflation in Japan? It is the biggest story in Japan and is a marker for almost every other country because Japan has massive government debt. And if they raise interest rates, try and stop inflation, basically all of the government's money is going to go towards paying interest, which is extremely scary. You kind of can't do it, but it remains to be seen what he's going to do. The meeting is on this Friday and all eyes are on him, whether he's going to have any policy change or no change. But all eyes all bets seem to think he's going to keep on printing, which means inflation in Japan. I don't know. We'll see. But why don't they just default? Yeah, well, we'll see what happens if they have to do it. But that's what's happening in Japan. Let's go over to the bigger country in Asia. For the finale of our wins and fails segment, we always go over to our good friend Xi Jinping and ask the age-old question.
Was that Beijing?
Was that Beijing? What's going on? Forget Japan. Let's talk about China. 3 major stories out of China in this past week. Number 1 is about regulation in the world of AI. They say that chatbots must toe the party line. Bold new regulation from China on all of the incoming AI startups. Everything they say must be on brand for the Chinese Communist Party. It must not have anything that's against official party stance. And it's interesting. This comes with other regulations, which I think might actually be good around generative AI. It's an interesting conundrum because I feel like when I read so much about China, I see the same problem over and over, where they are the exact opposite problems of America. Basically, America is incapable of moving fast on anything, or even moving at all. We have so much entrenched special interests and so much polarization that any new technology or event or anything, we just bury our heads in the sand and change nothing and have no progress. And then China has incredibly fast authoritative progress, but it's usually bad. It's usually like really fucking restrictive and against free speech and dangerous. So it's like it's either gridlock or deep authoritarianism. Like, what can we get somewhere in the middle? I would love somewhere in the middle where it's we can actually respond to things. But that's what's happening in China with AI chatbots. They are not just chatbots, but almost all generative AI. They're rolling out a whole suite of regulations. Now, for the end user, on some of this, it'll be positive. But the developers, the creators of AI products are worried. Speaking under anonymity, they said basically it's like dancing with shackles on, is what they describe their work as. They say it's going to be very hard for them to keep up with things like ChatGPT, etc., with all of these regulations they have to follow. So it's an interesting conundrum. Second thing that happened in the world of China was a really, really dumb comment from their minister to Paris. Now, I don't know his name. Let's see if we can find it. Liu She. Liu She is the Chinese ambassador to Paris. He, in a public, to France, I guess, to France. He was in Paris. He basically publicly said that he thinks none of the ex-Soviet Union states, so that's Ukraine, full list. Latvia, Estonia, Yugoslavia, Lithuania. Yeah, all the countries that basically border Russia and used to be part of the Soviet Union. He says none of them deserve their sovereignty. I think he was trying to like set a precedent for why China owns Taiwan. He's basically saying that all of those, not companies, countries, all of those countries basically actually belong to Russia, which is an insane thing to say. That's a really, and it scared everyone in Europe and it caused a huge uproar. And they have walked it back since. They basically said he's talking out of his ass. But when pressed on it in the meeting, he said, yeah, this is the official position, which is crazy. So this is causing a huge rift. There's already a lot of tensions right now between Europe and China. China's attempting to rebuild a relationship with Europe because it's important to them to maintain allies outside, because as the rivalry with America heats up, they want to have connections everywhere. But this was a big kind of thing to step in and caused a lot of problem in Europe. And the third and final thing that happened in this past week was kind of insane. And I really looked into it, and it looks like this is actually real. There was, I mean, speaking of sovereignty, China has been operating secret police stations in other countries to monitor and police Chinese citizens that live abroad. And they arrested 2 in New York. We can watch the video on it once this ad plays. But this is like actually real. Let's get, what's the ads over? Fanatics. Incredibly long ad, but 3% fan cash, so you can't beat that. Is this me sound?
On alleged Chinese agents right here in the United States. They're accused of intimidating critics of China's government, even setting up a secret police station in New York City. As CBS's Jeff Pegues reports, that's only one of the alleged schemes to harass dissidents.
The secret police station took up an entire floor of this Chinatown building in New York City. According to investigators, it was run by the Chinese government to track and even harass dissidents living here in the U.S.
The defendants' actions under the direction of the Chinese government are flagrant violations of American sovereignty.
Rian Peace, the U.S. Attorney for the Eastern District of New York, says officers from China's Ministry of Public Security, or MPS, were operating illegally.
The MPS subjected Chinese dissidents living here in the United States to the authoritarian rule of the PRC. That is unacceptable.
2 men, both New York City residents, have been charged with conspiring to act as agents of China's government. 34 MPS officers have also been charged with operating an online troll farm.
Oh, the reporter talking? Is he AI? I don't know, bro. A bunch, like BuzzFeed and all these organizations are laying off reporters like crazy to replace with AI. Theoretically. But these anyway, there's more to the story, but what's crazy about it is that it's not the only one. The one in New York is the only one. They have a ton of these in Canada and other countries basically to intimidate and harass Chinese dissidents living abroad, which is fucking crazy. I don't know what else to say about that except that it's like a completely absurd and shouldn't be allowed. Big A, did you become a monk in China and that's why you lost your hair? No, I did not do that. That with a grain of salt, bro. Well, I mean, listen, that's what I'm saying. I looked into this because I thought there's just no way. This seems like sensationalism, but this was real. This is a real illegal Chinese police station in New York City that harassed people that had connections to the Chinese government. That's literally insane. Yeah, I don't know. It's an incredible story. And then finally, economically, all of the stories about how China's about to collapse have been basically proven close to false. They're actually having a kind of an upswing in consumption right now. Travel, jewelry, and retail have all had 17% to 34% spikes as people just buy more in China. As after the opening of the pandemic, again, they were under a 2-year lockdown, strictest lockdown in the world. Now that it's opened up, they are spending like crazy and their economy's actually bouncing back a little bit. So if your hope is that they just completely collapse, I think it's wrong. 34 days, by the way, has passed. I don't know if you guys remember the 34 days China will collapse. It has actually been quite a few more days than that. So I don't know if it's 37 days or I don't know, but it's been a lot. I'm sure it's coming any day now. But that, ladies and gentlemen, is what's going on in the past week in marketing and business and geopolitics. Thank you for watching Marketing Monday. And now, little break, little breathing, little water, and then we should watch fucking Shark Tank. One more thing. Anything else? Some stuff I didn't cover, I'm sure, but oh yeah, watch Sean Allward. We'll watch the last week tonight. Did you hear about Watsy hiring Pinkertons? Like strikebreakers? Wait, really? No, I hadn't heard about this. Wizards of the Coast send Pinkertons to confiscate several Magic the Gathering cards that were reportedly stolen and used in a YouTube unboxing video. Interesting. They're getting their own muscle. That's crazy. You'd think they would call the police. I'm always against corporate muscle. I don't think corporations should have any people that can do physical threats for them. That is always risky. What are Pinkertons? It's like I mean, what I know them from is like in the 1900s, they were hired basically to break strikes, like with physical violence. That's like they would show up and like beat the shit out of or physically intimidate or threaten or like that's what they would do. And they're just a long running like corporate security firm, basically. Hired goons. Yeah, they're hired goons. They're hired goons for corporations that help them do things that need like intimidation or is that legal? Well, I don't think they still physically hurt people, at least in ways that get caught, but they show up and intimidate. Yeah, they're a private police force. Yeah, like a private army. Exactly. So it's weird they still exist, and it's weird that fucking Wizards of the Coast is hiring them to get fucking, the Red Dragon 4 mana to to get the card back. It's just, they raided a YouTuber's house. Wow, that's what it is. They actually raided the house. That's insane. Old school MTG. That's crazy. They used Pinkerton agents to intimidate his family. Yeah, you gotta send a legal notice or call the police. I think corporations should have the ability to send any fucking goons to your house. Could he not sue them? Well, it sounds like they sent it to his front door and just demanded it, and he acquiesced. I don't think they busted in. Elon Twitter update. Oh, I forgot to talk about that. Wait, can we do one more thing? Wait, I'm supposed to have a third billionaire in the fucking opening billionaire segment. Bro, it's actually hilarious. Wait, we'll do one more thing. Let me pull it up. Dude, I knew API is still down. Elon Musk's grand finale. One more thing. Elon Musk's blue checkmark debacle is a masterclass in business failure, has been the takeaway from this past week of the new rollout. I'm not going to spend all the time talking about it because most of it will get eventually sorted out. The main thing, I don't care whether or not he pays for LeBron James's checkmark or not. I don't care whether he pays for Stephen King's checkmark or not. I don't care about the fact that he has a weird ass burner account that got discovered. I think the main problem here is that if you look at the numbers, I think it's here. If you look at the numbers after Friday, when they delisted all the celebrities and allowed new people to come up, there was a net of $28 new signups. 28 $8 signups. That means he spent $44 billion in this company. He torpedoed the ads business, the $5 billion a year ads business, which is now down 60% and has pivoted entirely to this blue checkmark $8 a month plan. He has caused tons of commotion and ruckus and consternation among celebrities and figuring this out and making memes about it. And in the end, he netted from all of this consternation $224 a month. $224 a month, baby. Let's go. Easy money, big dub. That's why he's a billionaire and you guys stay poor. That's passive income. And so let's, million, 40 million, 4 billion. All right. So, $44 billion divided by $224. So this is how many months it will take. Let's divide that by 12. It will take 16 million years for that to pay off what he spent on Twitter. But it is a marathon, not a sprint. It is a marathon, not a sprint. Now, in total, I believe, I did the math actually earlier, but I closed it in the history. Oh, here it was. There's 19,497 blue checks based on publicly available API data, which means he actually makes more than $224 a month. He makes $155,976 a month, which again, this is about what Summit 1G makes from Twitch subs. So Twitter as a whole, a $44 billion company, makes about monthly what Summit 1G makes. And I'm sure that if you add all this up, they will eventually pay back the $44 billion. So shout out to Elon Musk for showing me he means business. Okay, I get it now. I get why he's the GOAT. I didn't quite understand it before, but now I see, dude. He's on Summit's level. This dude's operating at a higher plane of existence. Big A, are you purposefully or accidentally cosplaying Jesse from Breaking Bad? Neither. Not accidentally, not purposefully. There's no, Jesse from Breaking Bad is not involved at all. I just have a short haircut. First debt payment is going to be a critical attack. Twitter, I literally think cannot survive. Or it's going to have to sell or go public again. They have to raise cash somehow, dude. It just doesn't make any sense. They were really banking on this doing better. But if they make Twitter into a gacha where they roll different colored check marks, bro, get on the horn with Elon right now. Get this man promoted. It's the best idea they've had. If you could crack open a checkmark pack and get like a cool one, or if you get 3 blue ones, it like upgrades to a gold, that'd be fucking sick. Make a battle pass? The battle is you have to... You got to get into a war with trolls in the replies. If you help defend Elon in his replies, you can earn your way through the fucking battle pass. That's actually so fucking sick. The more anime profile pictures you block, the more XP you earn. That's fucking sick. Dude, wait, this is unironically better than it is now. Yeah, you have to do fucking dailies. You got to post, you have to... You got to retweet an Elon post daily for your fucking dailies. If you ratio Stephen King, you get a fucking huge bonus. That's awesome. That's fucking awesome. And a good plan. And I think you should do it. But that's it. That's the end of Wins and Fails. Hope you enjoyed. Let's watch this thing about cryptocurrency. I'm sure it has nothing. I'm sure John Oliver has nothing but positive things to say in his latest update yesterday about crypto, bro. I'm sure. Because I think we're turning a corner. I think we're all starting to love NFTs, actually. Let's...